Hi guys, so this is my take on suicide awareness. Now, there's my Supernatural t-shirt. All of my SPM friends, I'm sure you'd appreciate that. So here we go. At 13, I took an overdose. I took an overdose because I was scared, I was frightened, I was being bullied, physically and mentally, and nobody really reached out and tried to help me. So, yes, it's wrong. Well, no, I'm not going to say it's wrong because suicide isn't wrong. It's just somebody who thinks they have no other way of communicating to the world how sad they're really feeling. So we shouldn't be blaming the person who's committed suicide. What we should do is look at ourselves. Sorry, itchy nose. Yeah, we should be looking at our own actions. Now, am I proud of taking an overdose? No. No, I'm not, because I got labelled an attention seeker. I'm sure my own family just thought, well, you know, she's just being destructive. Incidentally, oh, and again, sorry. Incidentally, if you talk to any of my true friends who grew up with me, they will tell you that, yes, I did have a destructive personality, but it's little wonder with the abuse that I'd suffered as a child. My parents have always admitted that because when I was born, they knew that I had issues, and sorry, Facebook request, and because I've already got to turn that off. Just one moment. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to turn down the volume. There we are. Because that'll get annoying throughout the whole video. Okay, so back to what I was saying about my parents. You know, they were born, I was born to them, and, you know, I'm their firstborn. I was born with problems with my feet initially, and then as I grew up, I I picked up all these other illnesses, and well, I say picked up all these other illnesses to had come about, and my parents had already discussed that they didn't want to wrap me up in cotton wool. They wanted me to go out in the world and just be a normal child, and to not be scared of doing anything. Yeah, I mean, sorry, the camera is shaking, but that's just me. Hang on a minute, let me just put this down. Okay, that might be a better idea. Okay, so, yeah, back to what I was saying. My parents, they did what any parent wants to do, which is to bring up a child to not fear the world, not fear their health condition, and to integrate into society as best they can. They nearly lost me when I was 6 years old. I had a very serious chest issue called bronchiolitis. Now, it's very rarely seen in children. It's normally seen in babies or the elderly. So, it took my parents to keep pushing to actually get a formal diagnosis, which is starting to sound very familiar to me. But and then you add in, all the abuse I suffered when I was 9 years old at the hands of a predator. And then because I didn't talk about it and I didn't want to engage with it, I was a very tormented teenager. Throw in bullying in the mix, and you can see exactly why. It led me to feeling and actually enacting an act of suicide. I've had so much therapy, counselling over the years. My parents have begged me, and I have done everything they have asked of me. And still, it's not enough. They have listened to somebody who is abusive, has taken advantage of me and my good nature. And that hurts the most. That's what's hurt me the most, that they have taken the word of an abusive partner over their own daughter. And that just goes to show that they have never known who I am, and they've never really wanted to know because they feel guilty. Sorry, You know, that's their problem, not mine. And that's why they don't like this. This is why they don't like me. They don't like what I've say become, because they think I'm a monster. So, you know, I mean, is it little wonder then, you know, they sectioned me. Well, personally speaking, they all need to be sectioned. They seriously need some mental health support, but that is down to them. So anyway, getting back to the point about suicide, I lost a very, very, very dear person to me through suicide. And it was truly shocking how it had happened. I'm not going to name this person because people on YouTube will know him. He's a very well-known musician. And it was truly tragic how he left this world. But what I'm going to say to people is, it's not the people who are yelling about committing suicide are the ones that we need to worry about, because that is just purely, look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay, I'm not going to say that, it is. I've witnessed it numerous times with my soon-to-be ex-brother-in-law, and I've witnessed it in other instances, and had it when I had this unknown person trying to con me out money, saying he was going to take poison to emotionally blackmail me. So it's not the people who are yelling about suicide and saying they're suicidal and they're going to hurt themselves are the ones we need to worry about. The ones we need to worry about are the ones that look happy, smiling, engaging with the world, going, you know, I'll help you. I will do everything I can in my power to support you. Because these people are the ones that aren't being listened to. And these are your friends, your family, your loved ones, you know, your partner, expanding that. You've got therapists, anybody who is engaging with helping other human beings are the ones we really need to protect and worry about. And that's the truly awful truth in this world, that we are ignoring the people that are hurting the most, which are the ones who are trying to make other people better. You know, that is purely it, whether that's doctors, nurses, psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever. You know, these people are the ones we need to support and we need to protect. We all have bad days. If somebody is putting on bad social media, they're feeling bad, then just engage. Say it's okay, don't worry. If you don't like the post, then don't look. Scroll on, but don't be cruel. Because at the end of the day, this is just one person's way of reaching out to the world and their friends, saying, I'm hurting. And we need to stop trolling these people and telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing, and what they should think, because that's what society tells us. I will not stand for that. And I don't think anyone with a mental health condition or had anything to do with mental health would advocate people telling you to basically man up, shut up, get on with it. This is the problem with society. We want people to be well. We don't like to think that people are sick. And we like to push blame. We like to push blame onto these people. And, you know, whether that is because they're in the papers for something, you know, you can have an opinion about it. Yes, but just be careful, because that opinion might actually be quite offensive to somebody who's been through abuse or has some kind of mental health condition that you don't even know about. So just pick your fights and just beware that your actions have consequences. It will then leave you with no friends. To be honest, if you're going to behave like that and you're going to turn around and say, I don't like this, sit there bloody moaning, you know, do something about it. Do something about it. Why are you sat moaning, going, I don't like terrorists, I don't like this, and I don't like that? Yeah, great, fine. But when you get offensive about it and you question actually other people's motives, that's when it becomes a problem. And that is when I will say, whoa, have you actually looked at the bigger picture? Stop looking at the small picture that you're getting from social media, from mainstream media. You're looking at a small chunk of the situation. because that is how mainstream media work. They want sensationalism. They want that headline that says, "Way, you know, look at this. That's destructive. Let's make the country really scared." You know, guys, you're buying into it. It's propaganda. You know, we are all guilty of buying into it. I have. I know a lot of other people have. And look at what's going on with US politics, British politics. We are being scared by this because that is what they want. That is what they want. Your world leaders, your governments, they want you to be scared because then you're gonna believe that they're gonna make things better for you. Trust me, that's how politicians work. All we can do is find the one that tells the least crap, basically. That's it. You know, these people are paid to lie to you. Let's be honest, politicians are paid to lie to you. That's what they do. You just have to wade through the absolute rubbish and actually research yourself, because, you know, that you're doing exactly what they want. You know, you've become their puppets because they're going to cause outrage one way or another, and then they're going to cause people to riot, people to go out on the streets and protest angrily and violently. This is how they work. They want this because then they become the saviours. Look, we're going to make things better. Look, stop people. Don't do this, do that. Do you know what? I could sit here and rant and rave about politicians all day, but my view is I don't trust any of them at all. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. I don't trust any politician, MP, whoever that may be. I don't trust them. And I have absolute contempt pretty much for most politicians, because they really need to get their heads out of their backsides. I'm sorry, but, you know, you either like me or you don't. You don't have to watch YouTube. You don't have to follow me on Facebook. You certainly don't have to follow me on Twitter either, or read my blog. But if you do, fantastic. You want to share it, great. But I'm not going to be bullied. I've been bullied all my life. I've been bullied by the system. I've been bullied by my family. I've been bullied by people at school. I've been bullied and I've been violated and I have been abused, and I will stand for it no longer. And neither should any of us. Stand up, shout, yell. I don't like this. Good. Use your voices, for goodness sakes. You don't like somebody's opinion? Great. Either debate nicely or sod off. Because do you know what? You know, you are fueling the fire. If you're going to stand there and literally rant on rave on somebody else's post, you're the problem. You're the problem, because none of us should have to do that. We just agree to disagree. You know, I'm going to take this one step further. This is how wars are started. I don't like what you've got, so I'm going to take it back. It's like children with sweeties stood in a playground crying because somebody else took their toys away from them. Well, do you know what? You know, it needs to stop. It really does need to stop. It's disgusting. But only you, and I'm talking to every single one of you, only you have that vote. Only you have that choice, and only you have that voice. And the only thing that you can do is what is going to be best for you and your loved ones. You don't need to worry about the whole world. That isn't your problem. You don't even need to worry about your own country. That's not your job to worry about. That's what politicians and heads of state are paid for. Well, I say heads of state, Prime Minister, as it is in the UK. It is their job. It is their job, not mine. It's not anybody's job but the Prime Minister and the government to make sure that my country is safe for my family, my friends, and future generations to live in. So the governments need to change. We need to stop this voting system. We need reform now, because the government isn't fit for anything right now. All we've got is squabbling going on. It's just, do you know what? I've come off of anything to do with politics whatsoever. I don't even engage with it on the news or mainstream media at all, because it is absolute crap. It is crap. You know, they will sell you what you want to hear. They want you to be afraid of terrorists. So they're going to say that asylum seekers, refugees, they're the problem. I mean, come on, wake up. You've bought into that. I'm sorry. And I know there's quite a few of my friends who are going to strongly disagree with me. Good. Good. Then strongly disagree with me. But I don't care. I don't care what you feel and what you think. It's not my job to worry about your family. I'm sorry, but we all need to have tough love now. It's too late. We've got to a point where we've namby-pambied about, we've had a nanny state, and everybody's afraid to say what it is that is actually going on. And, you know, I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. And experts, I mean, they're talking themselves blue in the face. We've got fake news going on. I mean, for God's sakes, what? Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say God because I don't believe in him, but terminology here. What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, this goes out to any person, any race. You know, we are a human race. Why are we not sticking together, for goodness sakes? We're bickering amongst ourselves and destroying our planet in the process. And to be honest, I'm not taking part in it anymore. No, absolutely not. I've stated my case. I have done my protest, and I've had enough. I'm not protesting for anybody else now. No, absolutely not. I'm not going to raise awareness when people are not listening. So no, I'm going to raise awareness of things that matter to me now. Now you can, hate me, whatever. I'm quite used to that, to be honest. I love dealing with trolls. I eat them for breakfast. And I've been in touch with some really, really long-standing friends who have turned around and said to me, stay strong and be the person that I have loved since I've met you. And you know what? This is me. So there you go. That's my rant and rave. I'm going to upload this. It's probably going to take me about 10 hours because my internet connection is absolutely ludicrous. And I blame Sky totally for that. My internet connection is rubbish and I refuse to pay for fibre or anything like that because I just think it's a big con personally. I think that everybody should have access to Wi-Fi. I don't, and all these companies are going to go absolutely nuts when they see this. So yeah, share the hell out of it. Let's frighten these big companies. This is exactly what I tried on Facebook and got shut down. And this is what was going on Twitter and I got shut down. And this is why my family took action and sectioned me to get me away from the world because they were frightened. I wasn't. I am not frightened, and my neighbours are absolutely like, what on earth were they thinking? So, this is a long video. You can sit and watch it, you can, whatever. But please, just, all I can say to you is, from my heart to yours, do your own research. Google it, look it up. Stay away from mainstream news outlets because they are paid by governments one way or another. That's how these mainstream media operate. They all tell you they don't. I mean, come on, BBC being one of them. I mean, I prefer to call them Brexit Broadcasting Company myself because they're bought and paid for. Of course they are, because they're paid out of taxpayers' money because they charge us for a fee to watch their channels. So, yeah, of course, they're bought and paid for by the government. So, anyway, that's enough of my ramblings and my tinfoil hat moments, because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of those. But just know that you've got this. Every video I have said and spoken through, for mental health, just be who you are. Don't let the world do to you what it's done to me. Okay? I love you all. Please share whatever, but let's just stop this madness, okay? All right, love you loads. Bye.